Okay, good morning everyone in Chazak, Baruch, thank you for joining us on this beautiful Wednesday morning. As we are studying together Perashat Shelah. Perashat Shelah, we read about a mission that was supposed to be a beautiful mission. It was supposed to bring a lot of good news and beracha and happiness. And then unfortunately it went south. And it just led to one of the worst events in Jewish history. That really till today, we're still suffering and we're still paying back for this big mistake. It was supposed to be a very simple mission, very friendly mission. It was supposed to be just, a family get-together, a Shabbat dinner. Just peaceful Shabbat dinner. And then somehow it went south. And it led to fighting, and it led to arguing, and it led to competition, and it led to the family more divided, not closer. From a simple meal, just a very simple thing. And here the spies, they're sent to go find out about the land of Israel, where to attack from, how's the people, what's the situation, what's the status. They come back with negative things about the land of Israel. Somehow they found the negative, and they complain. And the Jewish people, they accept it and they start crying. And God just taking out to bury us over here and to kill us. Why is Hashem doing this to us? Where there are no graves in Egypt. They had to bring us out here to the graves in the desert to die. And the people, they just, they accept the slander, the Lashon Hara about the land of Israel. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe, Ad ana yena'atzuni ha'am hazeh. Hashem speaks to Moshe and says, how much longer will the people provoke me? Ad ana lo ya'aminu bi. For how long will they not believe in me already? Ad ana bechol ha'otot asher asidi bekirbo. All the signs, all the miracles. And you're already starting to sense Hashem's frustration. Hashem says, Hajj, come on. What do I got to do already? Everything. You still don't believe me? You still think I'm out to get you? How many times do I have to prove myself? I could do, right? How many? What's it got to take? And God even suggests to Moshe something crazy. But he says, you know what, Moshe? I'm done with them. Let's start over, me and you. Akenu, I'll wipe him out. I'll make you into a great nation. And of course, Moshe, being the amazing leader that he is, does not accept the deal. I'm not sure what me and you would say. If Hashem offered us a chance to start over, you'll be the future of the Jewish people. Forget them. But Moshe obviously only cared about the people, not himself. So he declines the offer and he massages God and he makes peace. Midrash, Ad ana yena'atzuni. How long will they anger me? It sounds like this happened already a few times. And so Midrash now goes on to how many times the Jewish people angered Hashem. Pasuk says in Mishleh, Vatifre'u kol atzati betochachti lo avitem. Mahu vatifre'u? What does that mean, Vatifre'u kol atzati? Ela kol tova she'a'atzti alechem. God was telling the Jewish people that whatever good I intended for you, kilkaltem ota, you just spoiled it. Ufra'tem ota, you nullified it. Vatifre'u, you nullified all my counsel. So here goes through some examples in history. Mitehillah, originally, Va'ered la'atzilom mi'Misraim. Hashem came down to rescue the Jewish people from Egypt. V'atem lo asitem ken. If someone came and saved you from jail, if someone rescued you from captivity, how would you act to that person? You would be very grateful. God says, I saved you from Egypt. Had you returned the favor? Batim layam miyad kilkatim et ha'etzah. You came to the sea and you spoiled my counsel. Like the pasuk says, Vayamru al yam beyam suf. The people complained against Moshe when they saw the Egyptians chasing them. God brought 10 plagues. Hashem rocked Egypt. You would think the Jewish people would have faith in Hashem. And yet, when they're at the sea, what do? They complain. They're afraid. Let's go back. Let's commit suicide. Right? 4 different groups. Freeze, fight, flight, fawn. We had a class on that. The 4 responses. They rebelled. David HaMelech says in Tehillim, Vayamru al yam beyam suf. They rebelled against Hashem at Yam Suf. Okay, so that's one example. That's the first one. Number 2, I came down to Har Sinai with thousands and thousands of angels. When Hashem gave us the Torah, and every Jew was assigned at the time 2 angels. One, he girded him with a weapon. Obviously, deep idea over here. But some form of protection from the angel of death. The other one put a crown on his head. Rabbi Yudat Tziporin Amar Zonim Asar Lahem. He girded them with belts. He dressed them with royal garments. He gave them the ineffable name of God. And by the way, all those days that we had the gifts from those 2 angels, no evil could befall the Jewish people. The angel of death couldn't touch us. Nothing could dominate us. But once we sinned at the Egel, Amar lahem Moshe then said to the Jewish people, now remove your ornaments. It's a pasuk in Shemot. What ornaments? According to the Midrash, it's talking about the spiritual weapons that we had to be able to be protected from the angel of death. And Moshe said, you got to get remove of that. The people heard and they became grief-stricken. And they stripped off their ornaments at Har Horev at the mountain. When God gave us the Torah, He brought the angel of death, Amarlo. He said to him, the whole world is under your dominion, except for the Jewish people. I chosen them for myself. The angel of death said to God, did you create me for nothing? What did you put me here for if I'm not going to kill people? God said back, I created you for the other nations of the world, for the idolaters. But the Jewish people, you have no right to touch them. At that point, by the way, we were supposed to live forever. Pasuk says that the letters on the stones, on the 10 tablets, the 2 tablets, the 10 commandments, they were harut. Harut means engraved. But it also spells out herut, free. We were free from the foreign kingdom subjugation. We were free from malach hamavet. We were free from suffering. Wow. What a counsel, what a gift God was giving us at Har Sinai. And yet we spoiled it. Har Arba'im Yom, 40 days later, we commit the sin of the golden calf. Vatifreu kol atzati. Originally, we were going to live forever. We reach a level of Adam before the sin, by the way. Adam did the same mistake. Adam was supposed to live forever, but he ate from the tree. He was ingrateful. God gave him everything. Everything. And yet, not enough. I want that tree. Not enough that I have 10 million trees. I want 10 million and one. And when you're ungrateful in life, even the wife that you have is not good enough. Hashem says to Adam, why'd you eat? And what does Adam say? It's me, not me. It's your fault, God. You gave me this woman over here. She fed me. It's her fault. Unbelievable thing. You're in paradise. You have an amazing wife. Chava, according to the rabbis, she was beautiful. The most beautiful woman on planet Earth. And Adam's complaining. And God says, now you will die. Now you're no longer immortal. I think that maybe there's a deep idea over here. That sometimes our complaining, it hurts us. We stop living when we complain. How many people are able to live beautiful lives, but instead they just focus on the bad, on what they don't have, on how we're not going there for vacation, on how they got a better one, they're staying in a better house, they got a better thing, they have a better maid, khadame, especially in the summer. A lot of competition. A lot of other people's houses that we get to peek into. Auctions, vacation, a lot of jealousy, a lot of competition, a lot of being able to be unappreciative. Adam HaRishon complains. You could be in paradise and you could be complaining. And God says to him, if you complain, that's death. You'll never live. Instead of enjoying your summer, you're going to have the most miserable summer. It didn't need to be like that, by the way. It didn't need to be a bad summer. It could have been an amazing summer. But when you look at what you don't have, then you're going to die. Then you're not going to live. You're not going to be able to enjoy your life. You're going to stop living. I don't need to kill you. You're dying. You're choosing death on your own. You're living a life that you're focusing on what you don't have. It's a life of curse. It's a miserable life. It's a miserable way to live. The Jewish people at Har Sinai, they reached the level that they should have lived forever. Ani amarti Elohim atem. Hashem says you should be like gods, living forever like angels. Achen ke Adam temutun. Yet you will die like Adam. Another example. Ba'u lamidbar. Ve'echalti lahem min man 40 shana. The Jewish people come to the desert. They're eating man for 40 years. You know what the man was? Man, most amazing food. Calorie free. Zero. Tasted like anything. You didn't gain weight. And it was to your palate, whatever you wanted. Ice cream, steak, burger, hot dog, pretzel, knish, iced coffee, latte, whatever you wanted. The sushi, the soy sauce with the ginger, the sweet sauce. Ya'eni. Lamb chops with the za'atar, with this one. Wow. Whatever you wanted, the man. Can you think of a bigger gift? A bigger gift. They ate it, and not only that, how many times a day did they have to go to the bathroom? 0. There were no toilets in the Midbar. It was a toilet-free zone. They didn't need the porta potty. They had to go 0 times. There was no dialysis, no need. It got absorbed into their flesh. Lechem abirim achal ish, the pasuk says. They ate the bread of angels. The most beautiful gift. But my friends, when we're in complain mode, everything hurts. If you're negative in life, if we have a negative outlook, then even the man you find a way to complain about. Ubo hichisu oti, says God. That very miracle, they somehow complained about. They angered me. And the people started saying to each other, I haven't gone to the bathroom in days. Have you gone? Have you gone? I haven't gone. I'm constipated. Should we have some prune juice? Should we drink some coffee? What's going on? I haven't gone. Have you gone? What kind of thing is this? Who doesn't go to the bathroom? What kind of human doesn't relieve himself 4 or 5 days? Nafshenu katza bala'im akel. We're hajjed. We had enough of this disgusting man. We want food. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God says, that's what you're complaining about. Man, the amazing food I've given you to bless you with, what else can I do? And finally, of course, the cherry on top is our Perashah, Miraglim. Halchua Miraglim v'rayu et haaretz, number 4. The Miraglim, the spies, go to the land of Israel. Ve'at motzen, we find bechol makom sheYisrael holech nikarhu. Wherever one of the spies were to go, they were going to be recognized. Shne'emar kol ro'em yakirum. They would be discernible that they're Israelites. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what did God say? Im ro'im lahem ha'emorim makirim hem otam, shen Yisrael ve'orgim otam. These 12 men, they're vulnerable. If they get spotted out, if they get noticed, they're going to be recognized, they're going to get killed. So Mani Yosef, what did God do to protect the 12 men? These spies. Al kol medina umdina shahayu meraglim nechnasim. Every city in the land of Israel that they entered, Haya harosh hamedina nigaf. The head or the leader of that province would be struck. Or malka haya nigaf. Or the king would be struck dead. Kedei sheyu oskim lehotzieh metehem. Because now that their king died, all the people, all the citizens would be preoccupied with the burial of the leader. They wouldn't notice the spies. Lo yargotam, and they won't kill them. Not only that, but there was a custom, the Midrash said in a different place earlier, that the people had a custom that when someone, when they would die, they wouldn't bury them right away. They would wait and stall till someone important died, and then they would all take the funeral all together in one shot. They're dead along with the important person. They believed that they would go up with them to heaven. So when the leader died, all of a sudden everyone brought out their bodies. There were 30, 40, 50 bodies. So the spies saw 50 people dying in one day. It wasn't really 50 dying in one day. It was really one died. All the other ones were just being saved. But either way, Hashem over here is giving them a kiss, a gift, protection. And yet says God, with this very matter they anger Hashem. Hashem's protecting you, and you take it and you throw it back in his face. And when they come back to Moshe, they tell the Jews, how's the land? What did you guys see over there? You know what they say? Eretz ochelet yosheveha. It's a land eating its people. There's disease, people dying right and left. God says, people dying. I'm hooking you up. I'm giving you protection. And you use that against me. You use it against me. This, my friends, is what Hashem says, Adana yena atzuni. How many times in life we're guilty of this? Where we complain to Hashem about the biggest beracha, actually. A person could complain about the mess. What kind of mess is going on over here? My house is so messy. Why is it so messy? What is that mess made from? Who made the mess? Beautiful children. Instead of saying thank you Hashem for children, thank you for the children that can make this mess. How many couples I know would die, would give everything just to have children, just to be able to make a mess. And instead we're miserable. We feel like we got cheated in life. We had the worst life, Hashem. What kind of kids? They're making a mess. Why do I get stuck with this horrible fate, Hashem? With these horrible children? With this wife? Why, Hashem? Why, oh why are you punishing me? Why do I have this mazal? It's an unbelievable thing. In life, you could complain about the man. You could complain about the most beautiful gift of the land of Israel and that you weren't spotted. But if you're a negative person, you flip it. You find a way to make it into you're a victim. Complaining. People just like to complain and complain and complain. You could complain about your bills. Hashem, please, I'm drowning, oh my bills. But if you have a positive outlook in life, you don't see bills. You see blessing. You see, wow, Baruch Hashem. What is the expense for, honey? Oh, camp. Thank God it's for camp. Thank God our kids, for clothes. Wow, thank God our kids don't fit into last year's clothes. What a curse that would be if they fit into last year's size. If a kid's not growing, that would be the biggest. Baruch Hashem, I have to spend money now on sizing, on bigger clothes. Thank God. What a gift. What a beracha that they're growing. Beracha that they're going to camp. Some kids, they can't go to camp. They're stuck to a hospital bed. Hafetz Chaim says, a man knocks on your door one night asking you for money. Don't just give him $100 and let him go. Bring him in, sit him down, ask him, what are you collecting for? The guy's complaining with his wife 5 minutes ago at the table, $10,000 camp bill. All of a sudden this man knocks on your door. Says the Hafetz Chaim, you speak to him, what are you collecting for? The man says, I need for my kids, hospital, pills, medication. We're going to Canada, we have to do a thing over there. Wow, how much do you need? It's $10,000. Says Hafetz Chaim, what a gift Hashem's giving you to see how $10,000 you're going to spend it. Instead of complaining that it's on a bill for camp, say thank you, it's for camp. Guy comes back to the table, he writes a check to the man, he comes back to the table. Honey, by the way, actually, thank God we have camp bills. She looks at her husband like he's crazy. You think, okay, whatever. No, Baruch Hashem, but you were complaining a minute ago. No complaining. Thank God, keep the bills coming. Let it be always for camp. Let it be for good things. I have a bar mitzvah. BH. Thank God I have a bar mitzvah. Instead of complaining, it's so expensive. The tefillin and the flowers and the photographer and the caterer and this one, and you got to get the better photographer because they give you the extra pictures of your portraits, and then you got to get the music and thank God I have to spend on the bar mitzvah. This is what we have. What do we need money for? To save, to look at, eat it, breathe it. What are we going to do with the money? To spend it on simcha experiences, on life, on smachot, on family, on bar mitzvah. That's what we have money for. That's what we make money for, no? That's what we need. We need money for these things. Baruch Hashem, we have the thing now to spend it on. We're literally saving for this. Thank God, every time you write a check, BH. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. You could complain about the most beautiful things in life. We could complain about our boss. My boss, he's asking me to do things. A person could say, Baruch Hashem, I have a boss who trusted me, who hired me, who pays me every month. I have parnasah thanks to him. People out there, they're struggling, they're looking, they're going from job to job. I have a way, I can feed my family, I don't have to worry. Peace of mind. Instead of looking at the boss every time with negative eyes, they're not giving me a raise, they're not helping me, they don't care about me, they don't validate me, they don't value me, they don't. Instead, the guy sees the boss, he gives him a hug. I love you, man. Thank you. You're the best boss in the world. Thank you for trusting me. It all comes down to our bias, to our outlook, to our attitude. The mess could be the biggest blessing. The car that breaks could be the biggest blessing, the car that breaks. Wow. I never appreciated the car, by the way. A lot of people have to train all over. I have a car. Thank God. More bills, more headaches, but it also means that I'm in the top percent. You could complain about your wife. She's always up my back. She's always this. She's always that. Baruch Hashem, my wife cares about me. She didn't give up on me. It would be worse if she didn't care. If she just left me alone to be my rotten self. Your parents need you. Could you come put the... How do I turn the internet on? You could complain. Kind of so annoying. I gotta go all the way, help my parents, kill my Sunday. Or you could say, Baruch Hashem, I have a mom who's still alive who's bothering me. A lot of people, their mom's not bothering them anymore. Baruch Hashem, thank you. Instead of Hashem, why do I get stuck with parents? You could say, Hashem, thank you for my parents. All of life is about whether or not we appreciate. It comes down really to whether or not we feel like we're grateful. It comes down to whether or not we feel entitled. When a person feels entitled, I'm owed. So we complain. Hashem owes it to me. Hashem owes it to me. He should do it for me. Why should I feel appreciative? Hashem owes it to me. My parents owe it to me. My spouse owes it to me. It's a crazy thing. The people in life that we're the closest to, we treat the worst. Why? Because when they're close to us, we feel entitled. We feel like they owe it to us. So why should I say thank you? Why should I appreciate? They should do more. It's not enough. Husband and wife, many times, you could be in a relationship where you feel like your spouse, they should do more. So no matter what my spouse does, it's not enough. She can make me an amazing dinner, but what? Only string beans? Why you couldn't make also potatoes? Right? Why? If someone on the street came and gave you string beans and a piece of fish, you would give them the biggest kiss on the head. Your wife gave you string beans and fish, and then you say, well, where's the potatoes? How come? Because my wife owes it to me. Entitlement is the enemy of happiness. That's a little secret. That's a line of the day. Happiness and entitlement don't go together. If you want to be happy, you have to get rid of entitled, owed. No one owes you. Nobody owes you a thing. The moment that hits home, the moment that we can register that, we'll start being happy. Because the moment we realize that no one owes me anything. So any tiny thing anyone does, we're actually very grateful. Thank you. Wow. So thoughtful. You got me this for dinner. You bought me this flower. Wow. Thank you. You got me this diamond. You got me this jewelry. You didn't have to get me anything. The moment we could get rid of that. My parents don't owe me. Nobody owes me. Hashem doesn't owe me. Then we'll stop being happy. The Hasidic terms, they used to say, En ha'olam haser klum. The world lacks nothing. Rak oli ayin tova. Only a good eye. The world only lacks one thing, a good eye. The world that we're in is not missing anything. It has everything. The world is good. Only thing is missing is a good eye. The Jewish people had a good. Adam had good. But when you have an ayin hara, when you have a bad eye, then even paradise and Chava is bad. And even the man is bad. And even the land of Israel is bad. And even the 10 plagues is bad. And even this is bad. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. In life, all we're missing is a good eye. And when we have gratitude, everything that we have is enough. And we're satisfied. Satisfied. You want to be satisfied? We got to work on this. We got to have a good eye. We gotta stop looking at other people's lives. We gotta stop comparing to other people's lives. We gotta stop expecting to have what other people have. We gotta stop this plague of social media, plague of seeing everyone's life out there in the open, edited, fake. It's not even a real life; it's a fake life. They're putting their best 10 seconds, if it's even, and then we think that that's their whole day. Whole day is amazing, smiling, good, happy. We don't see what's going on behind closed doors, and then we feel like I should have that. Where's mine? And it's the biggest plague, and it's destroying simcha, it's destroying families, destroying relationships, destroying homes, destroying marriages, because they're seeing fake, and so no one's good enough. And in dating, no one's good enough, because that girl's prettier, and that guy is nicer, and that one is richer, and that one, and everyone is everyone, and I deserve that, and I don't have that. I don't have that. I'm not happy with this person. I'm not satisfied. And in a marriage, I'm not satisfied. And with Hashem, I'm not satisfied. But really, all the world is missing is a good eye. We're only missing a good eye. When we have that, we have gratitude. We appreciate. We have enough. We're happy. We'll appreciate everything in our life. It becomes a blessing. And instead of complaining, we'll be filled with gratitude. We'll stop over here, my friends. Have a wonderful day. And hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.